Everyone, I'm the guy that usually uploads Zenzero combat videos, Vayne. This time I make a video analyzing my previous video, where I use Lucy Piper to 3-star clear Pompeii. If a situation comes, where planet Earth is under an invasion by aliens from Hoyo planet and it's decided that their leader would fight a representative from Earth in a 1v1 high-score battle against Deadly Assault Pompeii with only Lucy Piper, in which the loser's planet is to be colonized, and you are chosen to represent our planet, I hope this video can be of use for you. Before I start the video, I want to mention that Piper's signature engine effects are RNG, so you might have to reset just because you got bad rolls from her engine. The battle hasn't started yet, but there's already a mistake. I thought at the time that Lucy needs to cast her skill 3 times in order for her 3 pigs to appear, but as this commenter says, only 1 cast is needed for all 3 to appear. This doesn't affect your score since the fight hasn't started yet, but if the 1v1 between you and the Hoyo planet leader is held in a format where both of you are to grind this boss for 1 hour, and whoever got the highest score in a single run within the time limit wins the match. Doing this every run would lose you time and it would definitely result in the colonization of Earth by Hoyo planetarians. Dodge counter parry right away. If you don't know, you can parry an attack after dodge countering it if you're fast enough. At the start of a battle, your characters have no buffs and no energy, so things like this helps build anomaly without using energy while also giving energy for 2 characters at once, which allows you to get to your rotation more early. Dodge counter parry again. This is a dodge counter into quick assist. You should always try to maximize the time between Lucy's EX launch and the explosion. Lucy is not an anomaly character, but with this team, we're forcing her to be an anomaly character, so we can't afford to waste opportunities to build fire anomaly. If in a situation where dodge countering is not possible, you should do at least her basic 3 for energy. Now it's time to do rotations. Piper should always start her EX with a normal attack for energy. When spinning, you should try to move her behind Pompeii. This won't make his bike attacks miss, but his single sword swing and double sword swing attack will miss if you get the correct angle. By the way, if you parry this attack, that's going to be a massive DPS loss, so don't do it. Why is parrying this a DPS loss? The answer will be revealed shortly, but maybe you can try and guess why, before it gets revealed. Here I release Piper's EX then parry with Lucy. Thanks to the energy buff, we get more energy than usual, which allows us to utilize Piper's EX release consistently without running out of energy. When there's no energy buff, if you think releasing her EX will cause her to lack energy the next time she switches in, do a dodge counter parry instead. Now that we're on Lucy, there's only one thing to do, and that is to do EX, dodge counter, and quick assist back to Piper. Now let's talk about whether or not you should hold Lucy's EX. I think everyone already knows how Lucy's EX has bad tracking and whiffs pretty often against small enemies or enemies that bend their bodies a lot while attacking. Pompeii is both small and bends a lot while attacking, so you really need to be cautious with Lucy's regular EX. If you're not sure whether or not Lucy's EX will hit, then hold it, it's as simple as that. In this current situation, Pompeii is about to start a new attack and I have no idea what it's going to be, so I hold Lucy's EX. And now, we're in the loop. Looping these steps will be the basic of this duo. But wait, it's time to reveal the answer to the previous question. Did you notice that Lucy triggered disorder here?
Yeah!
Now, think about what would happen if I parried the attack from before. If I did that, Lucy would have burned Pompey without triggering disorder. This is why you shouldn't parry this attack, because then you're gonna lose out on disorder damage. Now let's continue. I did a mistake here because I didn't wait long enough before using Lucy's ultimate. If I had waited just a little longer, I would have been able to dodge counter before switching to Piper. This might look like a small mistake, but this mistake will cause quite a big loss of fire buildup in the near future. Let's put this in the corner again and see if you can spot when it happens. During the stun here is where I have to pay for my mistake from earlier. I'm forced to waste fire buildup from Lucy's M6 hits here to get double disorder. If I did a dodge counter back then, Lucy's chain attack would have triggered burn and disorder, and fire buildup from her M6 wouldn't be wasted. At least I still got 2 assaults and 2 disorders on this stun. Did you know Lucy's M6 could trigger burn if Lucy is on field, by the way? Anyway, let's continue. Another mistake here. If you didn't know, the last part of Piper's ultimate don't stagger bosses. Obviously, after ultimate, I want Piper to do 2 normal attacks into EX. However, due to Pompey not staggering on the last few hits, if Pompey decide to do one of his faster attacks, there won't be enough time for Piper to do 2 normals into EX. I knew this already, but I tried anyway. Not only did Piper get hit, Lucy also missed her parry too. The correct action here would be to dodge counter parry. Now you might imagine that this would lead to the same situation as before, where I was forced to waste fire buildup from Lucy's M6, but this time, I managed to recover in a very unexpected way. Let's see if you can spot it. Did you notice Lucy M6 just missed Pompey here? Unfortunate, but not a big deal. Just want to mention that this is a thing that can happen. Very standard play here, but did you notice? I made a big mistake before this, when Piper got hit. But unlike the previous stun, there's no wasted Lucy M6 this time. Did you know why? It's time to reveal how I recovered from my mistake. Let's rewind a little. The answer is right here, right now, right in front of you. Do you see it? Rocket Bow is starting an attack here. Usually, Bang Bow isn't something worth paying attention to. But this is a big opportunity. If I can hit both Rocket Bow's attack and chain attack, Lucy's chain attack is guaranteed to trigger burn and disorder. But look at how close the boss is to getting stunned. If I stun the boss too early, then the Bang Boo's chain attack will cancel its current attack. If I stun the boss too late, then I'd be wasting too much stun time and I may miss out on one assault. Let's see the moment of stun again. This is literally faster than as fast as possible. Instead of triggering chain attack after Rocket Bow's hit, I managed to make Rocket Bow's attack hit during the chain attack slow motion. If I'm being honest, this was just lucky. I was planning to trigger chain attack after Rocket Bow's hit, but Rocket Bow was slower than I expected and I really thought I pressed Piper's quick assist too early until the very last moment. Well, at least I got it on camera, so that's cool. Anyway, thanks to this, I managed to avoid the situation where I'm forced to waste Lucy's M6 hits, unlike the previous stun. Now, let us continue with the run. However, sadly the run is going downhill from here due to more mistakes and unfortunate events. Here we arrive at the start of the disaster of this run. I didn't pay attention to the fire anomaly bar, so I didn't realize that Lucy is ready to burn the boss. Lucy should have parried the sword attack here. By ignoring the sword attack here and choosing to continue spinning, I've just locked myself out from parrying with Lucy because her M6 would trigger burn and stop Pompey's attack before Lucy could parry. However, this situation can still be salvaged. Lucy lacks energy for EX because she didn't parry, so I need to do some normal attacks until she gets enough energy for an EX. I also remembered that I spun for a long time before this, so Pompey's assault bar should be very high, meaning once Piper goes in by quick assist, she'll get disorder too. Let's do that. Disaster. Usually, Pompey teleports to his ultimate after doing his slam attack, but this is the rare variant where he just teleports straight up. Due to this, not only do I with Lucy's EX, I also missed one disorder from Piper. The mistake was very simple, I didn't pay attention to the anomaly bar. But sometimes, a tiny mistake could lead to disasters. Let this be a lesson to us all, pay attention to the anomaly bar, pay attention to every information. Now, let's continue. My buff stacks are about to expire here, so I had to get hit by Pompey's ultimate so I don't lose my buff stacks. I got hit here on purpose and you should too. Avoiding this attack is literally a DPS loss. Another mistake right at the end here. I should have just used Piper's ultimate after assault for another assault, but instead I got greedy, and tried to fit Lucy's ultimate in and try to get another assault by Piper's EX. As you can see, there wasn't enough time for that. A disastrous ending despite a very solid start. I rate this run an 8 out of 10. Anyway, that's the end of the run. Fortunately, despite the disastrous ending, I still got 20,000 points. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Also don't forget to bookmark this video, so you can check this out when the Hoyo Planetarians come to invade us. Bye bye.